CNA Smith is his first take. He said some valid points during his last take about the NFL in general. He, you know, let me kind of dial back on what he said about Jerry Jones, owner, John Madden of the Dallas Cowboys. When you think of what Jerry Jones has done during his time as him, who's the owner and John Manager of the Dallas Cowboys, yeah, he made some good draft choices. He made some bad draft choices. If you look at last year's NFL draft, how he was that close to draft Johnny Manziel, who to me was probably one of the best quarterbacks of the NFL last season. But don't get me wrong, I thought Jerry Jones was going to land that next big quarterback. Johnny Manziel, he's from the Texas area. Jerry Jones, if he would have drafted Johnny Manziel, we would have a different conversation with Johnny Manziel now. But thankfully, Cleveland Browns kind of swooped in and kind of took him. But you look at Jerry Jones now, of what he has said, headlines. The team is kind of not, how to say, what they used to be. Back then when the Dallas Cowboys back to the 80s when they were winning 3 Super Bowls with the likes of Irvin, you name it. But I've never said anything bad about Jerry Jones' NFL work as an owner and general manager. I definitely think there's every day there's always headlines about Dallas Cowboys owner Jerry Jones says this, he says that. But I definitely think the NFL should. I definitely think Jerry Jones and what he has said in headlines this past year's NFL draft. Ezekiel Elliott, Dak Prescott. You got 2 of the best quarterback receiver. Ezekiel Elliott's been on a downside since now he's still currently suspended by the NFL with domestic violence and all that, what happened off the field. I definitely think Jerry Jones should give a little bit slack. Same thing could be said about, could be said about Commissioner Roger Goodell, because he's been getting a lot of they say bad press on what it's been said about Roger Goodell since his time when he came on as the commissioner of the NFL. He's been kind of like a judge jury executioner. Take a reference when the Patriots quarterback Tom Brady, he was at Deflategate because the footballs from that last year's NFL game, all balls were deflated. And how Tom Brady was he was not suspended, but he was kind of questioning, did he actually do it and all that. But now the NFL is going a whole different thing, because all the NFL owners, they don't want to extend Roger Goodell's NFL contract as a commissioner, because they say, he's not what we want him as a commissioner. They say that we want that Roger Goodell said he wants to stay on as commissioner for the next how many years he wants. More money up front. He wants health insurance for his family. He wants private plane and all that. It's really Roger saying all the good things, but is he being too harsh on the NFL? My question is, well, if he wasn't being so critical of the NFL of domestic violence that's happening in the NFL since like all the way back to like the late '80s, early '90s, and early 2000s. You think of Ray Rice, for example, what he did to his now wife. You know, that's very, I definitely think Arkansas should not be so tight-lipped of what's happening in the NFL. NFL players, they do all. Some NFL players kind of do shady things off the field. They think of, for instance, the late Sean Taylor, who had his time in the NFL kind of cut short, and he didn't do anything wrong off the field. He kind of got in trouble with the law, but he didn't do like anything bad that really landed him hot water. But his life was cut short. You think of, for example, Stephen Mayer, one of the greatest quarterbacks of our time. His career was, he had a good football career, but his career was cut short because of what he did off the field. Because he hooked up with some waitress girl, But I definitely think there was another former football player that Jamal Charles kind of hooked up with someone else, and then those two kind of got together, and I think it was back then when the former commissioner of the NFL, Paul Tagliabue, if the NFL, back when players were doing things off the field, take that former player that played in Kansas City, that Jamal Charles hooked up with another person, and then that person kind of just took his own life because, I don't think NFL, players, what they do off the field, if you're going to take your own life, the NFL, they should really step in and really make sure players got their mind right. Not just going off course and acting like an idiot. Every NFL player from past to today, what you do off the field, if you're going to do something shady and commit crime, I don't think NFL should have people that have these players do things that you knock yourself in a hot water or trouble or anything that can really ruin your legacy or ruin your career.